Welcome, everybody, to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Hey, we got kind of late-breaking news and a man right in the middle of it. Folks, if you didn't hear, there was a fire at the air traffic control, one of the...
It blew out O'Hare and LaGuardia. O'Hare and Midway.
Right. And also it affected Minneapolis because our very own city councilman, a friend of the show, Mr. Dante Acosta, was in Minneapolis. Is that correct, Mr. Acosta?
That's correct. We were changing planes in Minneapolis, heading over to Chicago, and about an hour out from landing, we started hearing buzz around the plane of people on their Wi-Fi on the plane that found out that we're not getting to Chicago anytime soon. So Guess where I am right now? I'm on a bus, an 8-hour bus ride. We're literally just leaving the airport property and heading to Chicago.
So not
kind of like you're campaigning for city council all over again, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
Taking the bus tour, waving to people, kissing babies, shaking hands.
Exactly. Not a lot of Santa Clarita voters here, though, on this
There's
coach.
There's that. Hey, in case you didn't know, the rumor is, and I saw this on Fox News earlier, that the fire was started by a disgruntled employee. Just throwing that out there.
That's what we heard. We heard that he was unfortunately attempting suicide, and
right.
We're not sure if that's correct. But my son DJ and I are determined to get down to Bloomington. Is actually where we're trying to get, because we're going to Illinois State University to watch one of Santa Clarita's finest football players in the last several years, Colin Keoshin, who's a starter for Illinois State Redbirds.
Right. Yeah.
And we're going to go watch him trounce on another team, and we're going to do it no matter what. So
there you go.
Hey, I know a little bit about that area. My buddy was quarterback for that team in the 70s. But you're not going to Bloomington. You're going to Normal. Is that correct? Normal, Illinois.
Normal/Bloomington. That's correct.
Okay.
You're right.
Illinois or Indiana?
No, Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so your trip is not going exactly as you had planned.
No, but as we were joking with some of the folks here on the bus with us, it's kind of a first world problem. We were delayed a couple of hours before getting on the bus. It'll take us about 10 extra hours to get to Chicago, and then but there's a luxury bus waiting for, I wouldn't call it luxury, but a decent bus waiting for us on the tarmac a couple hours late, with sandwiches and water and cookies and power to power our devices. So
that's important.
Could be a lot worse. People around the world are having a lot worse than we are right now. So something to be thankful for.
All right, we appreciate your time and filling us in on it. And this is a national story, Dante. You were involved in a national story.
A breaking correspondent. Congratulations.
It's always exciting with the Acostas, right?
There you go.
Something's always happening.
Yeah,
all right, guys, we'll see you soon.
All right.
Thank you, Councilman.
Councilman Dante Acosta stuck in a bus somewhere in Minnesota.
Yeah, right now he should have been in Chicago enjoying it, but now he's got to sit on a bus for 8 hours.
Well, he's got some time before a football game. That's not too bad. And he only gets to Indiana. He could go see Maryland play the first Big Ten game against University of Indiana.
Who?
Yeah, okay, whatever. So Doug, it was a pretty good rant today.
Yeah,
I saw your rant.
Yeah. Things have happened since I wrote that rant. I wrote a little bit about Obamacare and how people are just kind of shrugging it, and it isn't really affecting people.
Yeah,
guess what I got in the mail yesterday?
I don't know.
Cancellation notice.
Of what?
For my health insurance.
Oh, okay, health insurance. Yeah. I thought it was something important.
No. What do you mean that's important?
I'm just trying to get a horizon. Hey,
so
Doug,
now,
there's 52 weeks in the year, okay?
What are you talking about?
There's 52 weeks in a year.
No, because this is important stuff, John. I don't know what you're talking about, but you don't think about this. You think it only happened to the other guy, and then I get this notice. So now my wife's kind of freaking out. We have 4 weeks to figure out what we're going to do for 2015's health insurance for our family.
Well, how many employees do you have? I mean, is that the problem?
No, we didn't have enough on the plan. That's the problem.
Oh, so anyway. There's 52 decks in a card. 52 cards in a deck. Sorry.
Peter, do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay.
I know exactly what he's talking about. You're the one who doesn't know anything.
All right. Anyway, but and you know what else is driving me nuts?
What's that?
This climate change stuff.
I like the climate change. It was really hot last week. Now it's kind of comfortable.
Do you believe in this?
Climate change is great.
Do you agree with this global warming stuff?
I think there's some issues with regard to global warming. I think there's some issues. We have not been great stewards.
Disagree with that. But is there absolute proof?
No. At this point, there isn't. But if you're going to be absolute proof, wouldn't you rather be safe than sorry? And how much is safe and how much is sorry?
Yeah, but what I don't like is little kids are coming home, and telling their mom and dad that the United States is killing the polar bears.
Yeah, I
in
know.
Antarctica.
Well, you know, like they say, Doug, there's 52 white keys on a piano. Okay? There is.
I don't understand your point. Well, it's time for a
all
break.
Right. It's
Get
time for a
us out
break.
of
All
there.
right, well, we'll listen to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM 1220 KHTS, Santa Cruz hometown station. And we'll be right back after these messages.
We are back, folks, in Santa Cruz hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. It is the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. It's the Radio Digest version of the Santa Clarita Gazette and free classifieds for all you need to know to be in the know. And, John, one more point on the climate change summit that the president spoke up at the,
that
at
nobody
the
went to?
UN. Yeah, Russia didn't go, China didn't, all kinds of countries didn't go. Why is that, John?
I don't know, Doug, but you know, there were 52 American hostages.
What
that
is
were held
with
there.
you and the 52s?
I'm trying to show you that 52 is a very important number, Doug.
Okay, you need to fill me in on what the heck you're talking about.
I looked at your competitor's newspaper.
Wait a minute.
And
Wait a minute.
You were not one of the
Wait
51.
a minute.
You were not one of the 51, but I figured you must be 52.
I know
and
where you're
52
going with
is
this.
really important. It's really important. The 51 most influential people in Santa Clarita, and you must be 52. There's got to be.
Now, wait a minute. If you read my rant, you would know how insecure I am about this.
And that's why I was trying
One
to build
thing
up
I
52.
wrote was this is dumping large quantities of insecurity into my already fragile psyche.
And that's
John,
why
you're not helping.
I was building up 52. 52 is very important, Doug. 52 weeks in a year. 52 is probably my favorite football player's number. I can't think of anybody with the number 52 right now, but I'm sure he was really good. Okay? 50, there's nothing to be... 300,000 people in Santa Clarita or so. I don't even know how many, but you're number 52.
Well, there's only one problem.
What's that?
I don't even know if I'm 52.
How old are you, Doug? They say the memory is the
But
first
let
thing to
me
go.
ask you this. What do you think about this list, these 51 most important, what are they, most influential?
Most influential. I would like to... what struck me, and this is... and I really haven't done this. I probably should. I'd love to see last year's list. I bet you it was the exact same one, just kind of reshuffled a little bit.
You know what? I think you're right.
I bet you... I mean, it's the same people over and over and over again. Do they talk to anybody else?
I don't know, John. I don't know. You know, those guys...
How many people should be on the list that weren't, Doug? Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, lots.
I mean, you...
There's a guy in this building that should be on the list.
You.
The news director.
That's another one.
Yeah, he's influential.
I don't
But I don't understand. One thing I don't get, John, you know, in case folks don't know, this list is put out, or this, whatever you're calling it.
The list.
The list by the daily newspaper here in town. And there's one other publisher from another competing magazine.
Say it isn't so, Doug. Oh, my God.
It's unbelievable. Can you believe that?
It's like a radio advertisement. It's a paid infomercial,
I mean,
people.
everybody knows that big, thick magazine that comes in your mailbox once a month.
Inside.
No, that's one of them, but the magazine in Santa Clarita.
Oh, yeah, magazine in Santa Clarita.
You tell me the owners of that aren't some of the 51 most influential people in
Gee,
this
I know
city?
somebody
You gotta
who
be
publishes.
kidding me.
I know somebody who publishes a weekly newspaper whose rant is
read by thousands.
read by thousands, and he's co-host, secondary co-host, to a relatively successful.
Okay, so what does a
radio
guy
show.
got to do?
Subordinate co-host.
So what does a guy got to do to get nominated to the most influential 51? Actually, I got to be really honest. I didn't make the top 121.
Yeah,
It's
I know. I couldn't-
121 nominated.
I couldn't sit here and say 121 is a good number. It just really
Or
is.
122 just didn't work.
122 just didn't work.
Didn't work with our
room
stick.
122 just it wasn't going to work. No, but it was room 222. No, what got you know? I know exactly what you have to do.
What?
Sell out to the Signal and close down your newspaper and not be a publisher, not directly compete with them. I mean, come on. To me, it's yeah. Okay, fine.
No, in all seriousness, though, there's a lot of good people that are on that list.
Oh no, that's not
yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
But a lot of good people were left off.
why do you do that? What's your intent? You're going to set aside a group of people as the most influential. In your opinion? Well, fine, make it your opinion. But I want to know why each one of them is influential to you. Okay? And then I want you to think about the people who aren't on the list. And would they be more influential? Maybe ask the people who are the most influential. Hey, who do you find influential?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's go one step further. What influential on what? What does it affect?
It's not influential on their bottom line because obviously you'd be number one. I hope. It's one
I
of
mean,
those
does
things-
it influence city council? Does it influence the
All the
school
city council's
boards?
on there.
Yeah, I know. So
And
does
then-
it influence the way things are done, the way people think, what they eat, how they act? What does it mean?
And then it's the ranking. How would you like it if you were the mayor? And you're number 48.
Uh-oh.
There's 47 people in front of you? I mean...
Now, I don't know if they actually rank them 1 through 51. It might be alphabetical, but I could be wrong. But I don't
know.
recall.
But but there's got to be like, I mean, who votes?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously,
Somebody?
nobody that knows me.
It's one of those things that it's obviously going to affect your ego, Doug, and I wanted to make sure that
I need my Eeyore doll here.
Are you good with it?
Because I'm feeling
you
like
feeling better?
Eeyore, you know?
Yeah, but you know something?
Nobody likes me.
There's only 52 weeks in a year.
You know, John, you're not helping at all.
I was trying to help. I really was trying to help.
Now, what about this? I wrote this too. Do you think I should call the other publishers in town and see if they want to go to group therapy with me?
No, I think what you should do.
There's devastated.
I think
as
what you should do is publish a list of the 6 most influential publishers and leave the people from the Signal off completely. Leave the people from the Daily newspaper off
yeah.
completely.
That would shake them up.
That wouldn't be awesome. You could sit there and go.
That'd really
the
shake
4
them.
most influential publishers in Santa Clarita, and they don't make the list. Hey, I'm going to be on my own list. Thank you very much. I'm going to be the most influential left-handed workers' comp defense attorney who works for farmers who lives in Santa Clarita.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm number 1, baby.
You're on to something because I'm left-handed.
There you go.
Let's do a top most influential left-handed people in Santa Clarita.
I think I'm 1, you're 2.
All right, folks, we need your nominations. Doug at SantaClaritaGazette.com. Doug at SantaClaritaGazette.com. We need you to nominate people who are left-handed that you feel are influential.
There you go.
Influential.
Influential.
Yeah.
Influential. And also people who can talk really good.
Yeah,
Lee.
like me.
I didn't mean to get you riled up, but it is one of those
Well,
things.
it is kind of funny.
I read it and
really
I went,
doesn't bother me.
Okay, good. I read that and I thought, wow, he's either joking or this is really, really close to home.
Or I'm really insecure.
And I was like, laugh, clown, laugh.
I'm really insecure.
I know you're laughing outside, but down deep inside.
Isn't there a song
I
about
wanna
that?
be 51.
Heck, I didn't even make 121. Maybe I'm 122. That makes me feel better.
There you go, 122. All right, you're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug, who is 122 in Santa Clarita, and John, who didn't even make the list, which is fine with me, too, on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. We'll be right back.